Happy Arbor Day, everyone. I notice on the shirts it says Plant a Tree for a Better Tomorrow, and we're about 350 strong today. We also have a lot of volunteers from the Richmond District Neighborhood Center, from Keep Our Neighborhood Clean Conk. We also have
I grew up in Sacramento, California, in the South area, went to public schools, ended up at UC Davis, but made my way out to San Francisco in 1984 when I was a college student. I remember growing up at that time on Clement Street, so I've always lived around inner Richmond District, Clement area. But just being around a tremendous, unique neighborhood of the Richmond and just discovering San Francisco in the 80s kind of as I grew up.
I'm hoping that we can help support the small businesses like this because they're the unique character that makes this neighborhood so rich and lively to live in.
But I also have kind of been very active as a community organizer. I worked in Chinatown at the Chinese Progressive Association, and some first jobs were also at the mental health center in the Richmond District called Richmond Area Multi-Services in the 80s. I guess I've always been somebody that's passionate about civil rights and equality for everyone. And I've got a 10-year-old daughter, so having a girl has made me much more sensitive to gender equality and other issues too. But I guess I've always been somebody that's vocal about my politics, but I think as a supervisor, I'm having to listen to many perspectives before making key decisions.
There's like a crosswalk where one of the staffers was recently hit, and very soon there's going to be a whole bunch more seniors and their families around that area. So we're trying to focus on whether a stop sign or a stoplight might help.
I'm trying to look at issues of senior nutrition programs, Alzheimer's research, but even housing policies that allow our buildings to become more senior-friendly. We're also looking at how to support senior services and unique neighborhood-by-neighborhood programs that are called aging in place or village models that allow people who are older or seniors or getting older to be able to support each other and to stay in their homes and their communities longer so that they could be contributing to their communities as long as possible, as opposed to institutionalizing them. I frame my politics as I support working families, a livable community, and definitely strong support for the small businesses because they're the backbone of the economy. But even from my district, there are pockets of poverty and many, many people that are out of work. So it's supporting those unemployed and underemployed people, supporting struggling small businesses in a difficult economy.
There's a bunch of vacant storefronts, so we're trying to have the city help find people that would rent the spaces.
Yeah, that's good.
So there's like the bookstore, Thidwick's over there.
Yeah.
And then down this way, there's a whole bunch of businesses that have been closing.
And Brookven before in here,
Oh, yeah.
Brookven in here, they have empty a long time.
I support the small businesses versus more chain stores that seem to be coming into some of the vacant storefronts. But I'm trying to be very sensitive to the local merchants because I think they make up the unique character of our neighborhoods and the diversity of our neighborhoods.
You go to Lafayette, and I was just there reading to a bunch of kids on Read Aloud Day, but that was really fun. And I think I was reading to 5th graders, but what grade are you in?
3rd.
Wow.
As a member of the school board for 8 years, I know that a strong school system and strong schools in the Richmond is key, but also from the birth to 5 population, I serve on the First 5 Commission. Each county has a commission that oversees money that supports children, toddlers and infants to pre-K, pre-kindergarten kids. So I'm trying to ensure that at the state level we advocate for strong support for young children and their families and good parenting support as well.
But often we have to govern with our hearts and really about social concerns of neighborhoods. So 80,000 people in the Richmond District have sometimes different needs than people in the Mission District or the Bayview Hunters Point area. So often those of us that are elected officials, along with the department heads and hardworking staff, have to make tough decisions, and they are political in nature in many ways, even though some people may deny that they are political. But I think all of us at times are politicians, but also we try to govern with our hearts for the best interest of everyone in our neighborhoods and the whole city.
I've always considered myself as having progressive politics because I believe in a vision where people have their needs met, and I believe in equity in when people have special needs, that we should be considerate of that. And I also feel that working families and the lowest income population should have a safety net and we should have human rights and equality and civil rights for people as well. And if that's being a progressive, then I'm very proud of being a progressive.